Alright guys, story time to the time when I was bullied. Yes, bullied. From about I think it was elementary school, and it started in like the second grade maybe. So I remember even a story when my mother made me. Actually, I was about 4 or 5 years old. This little girl was like trying to beat me up in the neighborhood, and I had rollerblades on this day, roller skates on, and I was like riding up and down the street, and the girl like came and pushed me down from my skates. I don't even remember, but I came home crying, and my mom was like, "You better go outside and beat her, beep." And I was like, "But I don't want to fight." She's like, "Beat her up or you're not coming in the house." That is so bad. I would never do that to my kids. But I did. I went out there and I beat her. Like, I beat her. And then it was crazy because I think her mother came to my house, and then her and my mother wound up like becoming cool. So then we wound up becoming friends. Like, who knew? Because I was so young when this happened. By the time I like really got in school, it was so strange because I guess I forgot all about that. Let me tell you guys, when I say I was bullied, I mean like beat up every single day after school. I was always a people person and very friendly with everybody, so I wasn't a fighter. So if someone tried to fight me, I pretty much let them beat me up because I was afraid to fight. And I feel like because I'm just a lover and I've never been that aggressive, I've never been one to talk about people or beat them up, blah blah. So I got beat up by these two girls in particular. Now we're actually cool, which is crazy. So anyways, I lived in Columbia, and I went to Columbia, Maryland. I went to Brook Elementary. I went to Swansfield. Literally like every single day after school, I was literally getting beat up. Like, it was weird. Like on the way to school, on the way home from school, it was like every day. Like one time my little sister had to like jump in and fight these girls for me because I was so afraid to fight them. And this happened for about a good solid about 4 or 5 years. It was pretty much the whole year, all those 5 years in elementary school. And this messed up my insecurity level big time. I was really thin at the time. I'm gonna try to find a picture and show you guys my pictures. Like, I was really weird looking back then. I had really long hair, down my back, long hair. I had like this, because I was still growing into myself, I had like a pointy nose, I had no boobs. I didn't start getting boobs really until I was like 12, 13. I had really huge, thick, untamed eyebrows. Like huge, thick eyebrows, like caterpillar eyebrows. And I just really had no sense of style. I mean, like, who does at that age unless their parent is dressing them? My mother was different. She didn't wake up in the morning and pick out our clothes. We did. There would be days where I would go to school with some dress shoes on, baggy pants, and a baggy t-shirt. So anyways, I just got beat up really bad, and it really messed up my insecurity level. I grew up being afraid to wear shorts. There was a time where I dressed completely like a boy because I felt so low about myself. And then there was a time where I wanted to gain weight because I got called skinny mini. I got called so many names when it came to my weight. I was probably about 90 pounds until I was about 14. Dead serious. I was very, very, very thin. I didn't have any eating disorders or nothing. I just was really, really thin, and I got called so many names. And because of that, I would try so hard to gain weight. And I can remember one story in particular where the girl who used to beat me up all the time, she used to like bully me all the time. Like this one day, I just couldn't take it anymore, and I pretty much gave her an asthma attack because I kicked her so hard. But like, that's what happens when you get bullied so much. Literally, that's what happens. You wind up like building up all of this frustration inside, and you just like go at that person and you don't even care. And what's crazy is after that, maybe a few years later, when I was about 15 or 16, I kind of like started feeling myself in a sense. And if someone would mess with my sisters, I was ready to fight them. So I got in probably about 2 or 3 fights because of my sisters. I was just one of those protective sisters where like I didn't want nobody messing with my family, you know. And it's crazy because that wasn't even me, but it was also because of the area that I was living in at the time. So I was really pressured, I guess. And I did get into a few fights. I'm not gonna name any names, but the fights were pretty graphic and pretty bad. And it got to the point where I was so angry inside that I wanted to almost like hospitalize that person. And I know that is so bad. And I even still, like, I feel bad about it now. And I just, because that's not me. That's not who I am. But, you know, you get peer pressured and all that. And, yes, so I pretty much struggled in school those the first 5 years of elementary school up until I got to middle school. Middle school got hard. You know, that's like the stage where you're just starting to like boys and you're trying to learn how to dress and you're just getting on your period and your breasts are starting to grow and certain parts of your body are growing. And I felt like the awkward girl all the time until literally I felt very awkward until after I had my son, which is strange. Basically, that's my story time. I got bullied super bad. And you guys, a lot of people look at me and they're like, no, she didn't get bullied. I'm dead serious. And it was hard on me for a long time. And I grew up with so many insecurities. So like my advice to you guys who have kids, I'm one of those parents who will go up to the kid who I know is talking about my child. And I know they say this is like against school policy, so I know that I can't really do it anymore. I will plan a meeting with that child and that child's parent and the principal because I'm going to make sure that it's not happening. You know, I know kids are going to get teased and stuff. That's normal, but I'm not going to watch my child come home every day and be afraid. This is not going to happen. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time video. If you did, please subscribe, guys. My goal is to get 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. That's only a few months away. I will be posting videos like crazy because I'm trying so hard to get my 1,000 subscribers. So guys, please help me out if you see this video. And do me a favor and subscribe right there. It's right there. It's free. If you like me, if you think I'm cool, just subscribe.